Hello all my fit friends, welcome back to Wow Body Now. We are continuing on with our glute focused month, and thank you to everybody who's been following me on Instagram and giving me well wishes on Instagram. All last week I was so sick. I'm on the mend now, and this will actually be my first little true workout in 7 days. So we're going to see how it goes. And we are going to be focusing on the glutes, like I said, and using the chair. So I want you to make sure you have a sturdy chair. If you don't have a chair in your house that you feel comfortable getting up and down on, then go ahead and grab like your step or your ply box or whatever you have to step up onto. It doesn't have to be as high as this chair, but because it's glute focused today, I wanted to go a little bit higher because the higher you step up, the more glute centered it becomes. So we're going to get ready to warm up. We are going to do some hip openers using these little knees to the front and the side, to the front and to the side. There you go. We're going to do 10 per side, 2 times through. Okay, other leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, make sure your abs are engaged, 5, 4, 3, 2, same thing again, other side for 10 of them, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch into the other leg, last 10. Okay, check your posture. Are you pulling your shoulders down away from your ears? Is your back nice and long and straight? Are your abdominals pulled in? Keep them engaged the whole time, everyone. Almost there. Okay, we're going to step up and kick and reach, step back and switch. There you go. This is a great dynamic stretch for the hamstrings. And again, we're still getting that hip joint nice and warm and more mobile, ready to go. You know, glute exercises are hip dominant exercises, so the glutes tie into the hips and are in charge of hip extension. We're going to do a few more of these. Almost there. The abs too. I want you squeezing the abs like I said, and then pulling that leg up. It does require your abs to really help you. So this is a great exercise to warm up through the entire core too. Jogging in place there. I'm going to pull my hair up into a ponytail. I want you to keep jogging. Jogging is just a great way for a general warm up. Landing softly on the balls of your feet. Your heels are barely hitting the ground. All right, I'm going to get my hair up in a ponytail and you keep jogging. Nice. Make sure you're swinging your arms next to your body. There you go. Just nice and light on your feet. We're going to do a little side shuffle and jumping jack combo. We're going to do a couple side shuffles with 3 jacks on the end. 1, 2, 3. Let's go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Back again. Nice. So the side shuffle and the jacks, when our legs go out away from our midline, we use the outside of the glutes, the glute medius and minimus. So this is to help warm those up. And again, as a general body temperature raising activity too. Nice. I'm going to do a couple more. I hope this is helping you feel really excited and ready to go. I hope you feel warm. I hope your hip joint is ready to go. I hope those glutes are ready to go. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, and then we're going to get going. So our workout today It's a circuit, but the circuit itself is divided into triplets or sets of 3 exercises. We're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds, and some of these are unilateral exercises. So we're going to do each triplet, one on one side, then one on the other before we move on to the next one. And we're doing all 3 triplets for 2 rounds. All right? At the end of each triplet, you will have 30 seconds rest, but there isn't a rest in between the triplet exercises. So we're going to go. It's basically going to be 3 straight minutes of some glute work before you get a 30-second rest. So we're going to step up. Make sure your entire foot is on the chair and go slow, okay? This isn't about speed. This is about a good mind-muscle connection. So you have a slight push off of the floor, but just a slight one, because you want the rest of the way up to be taken over by those glutes. So think about it, feel them on the way up. It's okay to palpate or touch your booty. Feel how it tenses and is really strong on the way up. We don't want to be pushing off the floor really big. Okay, so same principle, except you're kind of going down. It's a curtsy step up with a rear kickback. So go slow, be focused. You're stepping back and off at an angle, as if you're doing a curtsy. And as you step up, you're kicking that leg back. It does require a little bit more balance there. Okay, we're going to step up, step back, rear lunge. Step up, step down and back into a rear lunge. There you go. See, we're not rushing through it. We want quality movement over quantity here. This is about building those glutes. So making sure you're not getting that huge push off on the step up. Just enough to get you going, and then the glutes take over and you get a full hip extension. Okay, same 3 exercises, other leg. So we're just doing the normal, traditional step up, pushing through the heel on the way up. Give me a full stand all the way up at the top, a full hip extension. Good job, guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Hoo-wee. I was already starting to feel it. If I remember correctly, I was getting hot, I was getting winded. Okay, so here, step off into that curtsy, and then step up and kick the leg out. If you're having issues with balance, put your chair by the wall and hold onto the wall. That's okay. Beautiful. Step down into that curtsy, step up and kick that leg back. Connect to those glute muscles, squeeze them. So as you step up, one glute is really working in that leg that's stepping you up, and then that kick up, the other glute is working to kick that leg out. All right, that was done. Step up and step back into that rear lunge. Nice work. When you do that rear lunge, take a big enough step back so that you can get really close to the ground without that front knee going past your toes. Make sure you're looking down at your chair every time, and make sure your entire foot gets on the chair. So there is our 30 seconds. Our first triplet set is done. We are going to go on to the second triplet set here in a bit. So we're going to do bent over kickback 2 ways. Depending on the flexibility of your hamstrings and stuff, you might want to bend over on the top of your chair. You might want to put your forearms, if you're feeling a little bit more flexible, on the chair. You might just want to put your hands on the chair. It's going to be up to you what you do. Whatever you do, keep your abdominals pulled in, keep your back nice and flat. And here's the kickback 2 ways. We're going to start with an angled kickback. Kick angle and then tap the toes down and straight up. Angle kickback, traditional kickback. So my toes actually weren't tapping the floor, and that's fine if you're going to keep your leg hovering. Otherwise, it's just a slight tap of the floor. Angled kickback and regular one. That 30 seconds went by fast, right? We're going to do a pulsing side lunge. So step out, push your hips back, and then give me a pulsing motion. Think about wiggling the toes of the bent knee The other leg is staying totally straight. Direct the energy through your heel. Really sit back into those glutes. Keep your abs in. And because you're sitting back in those glutes, you hinge forward slightly. So this is a hip hinge jump. Hinge at the hips, and as you jump, give me a little jump forward. Push your hips forward. And I like to go ahead and touch my booty there. I'm touching it. I really like to, that encourages me to really get that strong hip thrust motion in there. I'm hinging there to get a good stretch, and as I give a little jump forward, I'm driving my hips forward strong and powerfully, squeezing my glutes like crazy, and that gets your heart rate up, right? Okay, other leg. Here's the bent over kickback 2 ways, the cross kickback and your traditional kickback. Crossing it over and then straight up and down. There you go. The standing leg is slightly bent, not totally straight. Good job. All right, pulsing side lunge. Sit into that side lunge nice and deep. Drive the energy through your heel and the glutes. Keep your abs in. Back is flat, torso is long, back is straight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those glutes. Feel them working as you pulse. Almost there. Then we're going to do those hip hinge jumps that are really going to raise the heart rate. They're a little metabolic boosting exercise. All right. Hinge at the hips, drive those hips back. Give me a jump forward and powerfully drive those hips forward, squeezing the glutes. It's going to bother your lower back if you do not keep your abs engaged and a strong core. So make sure you're doing that. Squeeze your abs in. Support that lower back by having strong abs here. Good job, good job. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Then we're on to our third triplet set. I'm going to show you if pistol squats, even assisted pistol squats, are not your jam, are not good for you, then you're going to go ahead and do a single leg chair squat. Okay, so there's options. So again, the single leg chair squat, you just go on one leg and you sit down and you come up. Otherwise, you're going to do the assisted pistols with me, and we're using it assisted where we're using the chair for balance, and then we can push off the chair with our arm to help us get going. If you're more advanced and you want to do regular pistol squats, that's fine. I like to do this variation every so often because I can actually sit a little bit deeper with the chair having balance. Even though I can struggle through some pistol squats, I like to do different variations too to help me just work on that and improve that. So now we're doing a side chair step up, just like your traditional one, except you're to the side. So just like with the other ones, barely a little push off, just enough to push off the ground to get you going, and then you're going to go ahead and let those glutes take over to get you into full extension. All right, so we're going to curtsy, and then there's that side step up. Curtsy, and then that side step up. Good job. Taking your time. This does require some balance and some coordination. So take your time, get into it, make sure you're comfortable with it, and then if you're ready to speed it up, you can speed it up, that's fine. All right, we're gonna go right into the other side. All right, assisted pistol squats or your single leg chair squat. Good job, guys. You want to try to get as low as you can, get a really good stretch in the glutes and hamstrings at the bottom, and then really drive through the heel on the way up. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, side chair step up. Make sure your entire foot is on the chair there. Ooh, I remember I was dying a little bit here, guys. I don't know if it was just, I'm sure it was just the fact that I hadn't trained and then I'm still a little bit congested, But it kind of surprised me how challenging this workout ended up being for me. I hope it's challenging for you. I hope you're really enjoying it. My more advanced fit friends, if this round you're like, it wasn't that challenging, for the second round, I want you to grab a set of dumbbells and hold on to a set of dumbbells to increase the intensity. So here we go, curtsy, and then your side step up. Almost there, then you get 30 seconds, and then we're going to start the second round. Good job, everybody. There we go. I want you moving around in your spot. Sip your water. Kind of make an assessment. Like I said, was the first round a little bit easy for you? If so, go grab your dumbbells. Challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. If that felt easy, I want you to grab a set of dumbbells and then really kick it up a notch that way for the second round. If you're feeling that that was the perfect amount of challenge, then I want you to just try to keep the intensity up. Try not to slow down too much. Try to remember to have really perfect form, driving through the glutes there. Slight push off of the bottom, but then the glutes take over and get you into that full hip extension. You're looking straight ahead to help you balance. Hopefully you won't be coughing like I just did. There you go. Almost done. All right, so here's the curtsy step up with the rear kickback. So you're stepping back across your body, and as you come up, you're extending that other leg back. So do you notice how I'm not trying to like kick the leg back up to the ceiling? I'm just lifting the leg up and the back just enough to really feel my glute squeeze without hyperextending through my lower back. I'm not arching my lower back any extra. All right, step up with the rear lunge. Good job. Step far enough back into that rear lunge so you can get low to the ground without that front knee going too far past your toes there. You're looking down at the chair when you step up, making sure your entire foot is up on the chair. Good job, everybody. Almost there. All right, other side. Your traditional step up. What's your posture doing? Is your upper back nice and strong? Are you squeezing your shoulder blades together? Is there distance between your shoulder and your ears? Are you pulling your abs in? Okay, think about supporting your good posture as you really focus on blasting that booty with these step-ups. Okay, so here's the curtsy step-up with the rear kickback. Push that leg up and back. There you go. Go down into your curtsy. So I want to know, which variation of a step up are you enjoying the most in this workout? The traditional one, this curtsy one with the kickback, or do you like the one with the rear lunge, like this one? Or do you like this side chair step up or the side chair step up in the curtsy that's in that final triplet? Comment below and let me know which variation of a step up was your favorite to do today. I think mine is the side chair step up with the curtsy. I was really enjoying that one. All right, step up and step back into that rear lunge. All right, 30 seconds rest. Sip your water, move around in your spot. We're going to get ready for triplet number 2. And we're going to do those bent over kickback 2 ways. Depending on your flexibility and how comfortable you are, that depends how you put your hands on the chair. All right. So you're going to do the cross-body kickback, the angled kickback, and then the traditional one. Angle it, and then a traditional. There you go. Pull that belly button in to support your lower back. And resting on that chair is helping to support your lower back too. standing knee, do you notice it's bent, it's soft? If you straighten out that bottom or that other leg, you might start to feel a little bit dizzy, might feel hard on that joint, on that knee joint, and we don't want that. Here's that pulsing side lunge. Sorry, I kept coughing. Wiggle your toes, drive the energy through your heel, sit back into those glutes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those glutes as you pulse, making sure you're keeping your belly button in too. Good job. Okay, so we are going to do those hip hinge jumps at the back. As you jump back, you're going to hinge from the hips, pushing your hips back, and then powerfully drive them forward as you give me a little tiny bounce jump forward. Hip hinge jumps. There you go. Squeeze the glutes as you drive those hips forward as you come up. Ooh, that gets the heart rate up, right? Okay, kick back 2 ways, other leg. Good job. Pull that belly button in. Keep your torso nice and long and strong. Kick it up. Do you see how I'm not just lollygagging here? I am kicking it back strongly and powerfully. I'm kind of imagining that I'm trying to slice the air with my leg, right? Like if I was stuck in quicksand and I was trying to powerfully cut through that quicksand. Sorry you got the rear view here, but think about keeping your shoulder blades back. Keep that back nice and strong. Drive through the heels, squeeze those glutes as you pulse into that side lunge. Good job, good job. Okay, get ready for those hip hinge lunges. There you go. Little tiny bounce jumps forward, but that hip hinge movement is not, there's nothing tiny about it. You're getting a full stretch as you push those hips back and a full extension at the top. Powerfully drive those hips all the way forward as you jump forward. Good job, good job. Okay, 30 seconds, then we're on to our final triplet, the last portion of our training today. The glutes are going to be so happy. Yes. All right, I hope you're excited and ready to go. We're going to either do the assisted pistol squats or your single leg chair squats. It's up to you. Get ready? Let's do this, guys. Sit low. Drive through the heels as you come up, whether you're doing the pistol squat or the chair squat. Take your time with these. Stay really balanced. Try to use the chair as little as possible. Okay, side chair step-ups. Get your balance. I rushed into that one, fell off balance. So it's always okay to stop and take a second or two to catch your balance and to recenter yourself. Because like I said before, quality of movement is of paramount importance. Okay, you're going to get the most out of your time, the most out of each rep if you're doing it correctly and with good control. Okay, so here we go. Curtsy into that side step up. Curtsy. Side step up. Yep, this is my favorite step up variation that we did today. Make sure I'm really curious. I want to know. Make sure you comment below after you're done working out which was your favorite step-up variation. There you go, almost done. Then we're going to go to the other side. Okay, quick transition. Same thing, other side, assisted pistols. There you go, nice and controlled. I know know you're working hard. Keep it up almost to the end of our workout, almost to the end of the pistol squats, that you don't have to do any more for the rest of the day, right? Okay, side step up. Make sure that foot is all the way onto that chair there. Give me a full extension at the top. Make sure you have good posture. Keep your shoulders back away from your ears. Drive your heel down. Push through the heel. Get all the way to a full standing extended position. Here we go. Give me that curtsy. Curtsy. And side step up. Curtsy. Side step up. Good job. We are so close. Make these reps count. Give me perfect, beautiful curtsies. And then into those nice, strong step ups. Almost there. Hang in there. I'm so proud of you. We're almost there. And we made it. All right, so kind of move around in your spot some. Sip your water. And then we're going to use the chair to do our final stretching. Just kind of move around in your spot, letting that heart rate come back down a little bit. Sipping your water. All right, so let's get ready to stretch here. We're going to put one foot or one heel up on the chair there. Well, one foot first. It's going to be a little like a runner's lunge stretch, but with the foot on the chair. So your entire foot's on the chair. Both sets of toes are facing forward. Push your hips forward. You're stretching the hamstring of the front leg and then the hip flexors of the back leg. Do you notice how my knee is in line with my ankle? The knee at the top is not driving over the heel there. Okay, shift your hips back. Flex your foot like crazy as if you're trying to get your toes towards your chest. And then the foot that you're standing on, make sure it's squared up to the chair so your hips are square to the chair. Keeping that leg nice and long, reach for your toes. Stretching through your hamstring, glutes, and you're going to feel in the lower back too. This should feel really good. Wonderfully uncomfortable, right? Because when we're stretching, we want to get out of our comfort zone. We don't want to be totally comfortable. It should be a little bit uncomfortable as you stretch. Okay, let's get our adductors and our thigh. So now the side of your foot is on the chair. That leg on the top of the chair is going to stay nice and straight. Sit your hips back. Sorry, I kept coughing. You keep stretching while I cough here. Ooh-wee. All right. Sitting into it. If you're feeling even more flexible, maybe you're reaching towards the floor. That's okay too. All right, same thing, other side. Give me that runner's lunge stretch, but on the chair. Drive your hips forward. Keep that knee in line with the ankle. And a nice stretch there. Nice. Almost ready to shift that weight back. Here we go. Flex your foot like crazy. Keep your hips squared up to the chair. Then when you feel balanced, you're going to go ahead and reach for your toes. Stretching through the back of the leg there and your calves. Well, the calves are on the back of your leg. Going from your calves all the way up into the glutes and lower back. This stretch feels really good, right? Keep breathing. As you feel your hamstring release, you can try to go even further. And here's that adductor stretch. Side of your foot on the chair. Bend down, reach towards the floor. Stretching your inner thigh there. Good job, good job. Just keep breathing. As you feel the inside of the thigh release some, and sit deeper into it. All right, so we're going to do a seated figure 4 stretch to really open up those hips. Sit down on your chair, put one foot over the other, flex the foot. For some of you, just sitting like that is enough of a stretch. Otherwise, I want you to sit up nice and tall and then hinge forward over that leg. So like I was saying with the other stretches, as you feel your hips open up and release, I want you to sit even further over. It's important to progressively overload, especially with and even with your flexibility and mobility work. You don't want to just be sitting in your comfort zone as you stretch. You want to be sitting deeper into the stretches, being slightly uncomfortable in the stretches to improve your mobility. All right, same thing other side. Right, if you're feeling a little bit more flexible, you can hinge forward. There you go. And you are paying attention to that hip joint. As you feel it release, then you are going to go ahead and you're going to sit even further over. Have you folded forward even more? Challenge yourself to really improve your mobility and flexibility in your hips. You want your hip joint not just to be strong, but to be mobile, flexible, so that you can get quality movement out of it. Almost there. Good job. So thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below what was your favorite variation of the step up. And I'm going to continue to plan out our next glute focused exercise. And I'm still going to be working hard on having the New Year, New Rear program ready for you guys at the end of the month. This past week kind of threw me off, but I'm still going to work and get as close to that target as I can. I want you to continue to meet me on Instagram every single day for workout tips and stuff going on there. I always love seeing your comments and interacting there with you. So whether you meet me here next week or on Instagram the next time we see each other, I want you to always remember, no excuses, no regret, just sweat. Mwah. Bye everyone.